The views and opinions presented in this media format don't reflect the views and opinions of Gracie NEPA as a whole. This broadcast is meant for entertainment purposes only and is the product of two idiots with microphones and far too much time on their hands. If you are easily offended, this podcast probably isn't for you. In addition, the content herein contains loud noises, adult humor, and language not suitable for children and most adults. Also, the opinions expressed herein are not intended for legal, medical, or financial advice. We are not experts, although we play them on TV. Void where prohibited. Batteries not included. No purchase necessary to win. Open to all legal residents 18 years or older in the continental U.S. Dealer participation may affect actual costs. Hosts are not responsible for personal items left in your car while listening to this or any other broadcast. This broadcast has zero cash value and should remain frozen until ready for use. Also, it should not be used by pregnant or nursing women and has been known to cause violent outbursts in lab animals. In case of ingestion, induce vomiting, and remember, these are professional drivers on a closed course. Do not attempt this at home. Serious penalty for early withdrawal and not a member of the FDIC.
All right, back for episode 7. Jeffrey's Tyler Calvey. So, and I don't know what we're in for today. Because I've done no show prep whatsoever because I've been working on the academy.
Yeah, it's been basically a quiet week as far as...
No UFC.
No UFC, no Strikeforce. But we did have the ACBJJ 13. You missed that one?
I missed it, yeah. I totally missed it.
The big highlights, Cyborg won on points. Cyborg,
who was he going? Yeah, who was Cyborg going against? Well, I figured he didn't meet Christine
Santos,
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Although Christine Cyborg might be able to...
Santos, Romulo Barral looked...
Real good?
Dude, the unstoppable knee cut into simple choke.
Yeah. He's so good.
In like 2 minutes, tops. Maybe even less.
Yeah.
And then Leandro Lo won, Buchecha won on points. They both won on points. But the big one that everyone's talking about, Vinny Magalhães versus Gordon the King Ryan. And
I saw it was a points thing, right?
It was a points thing. Vinny passed his guard early in the first round. And because they did 3 5-minute rounds.
Okay.
But I was a little confused because I remember way back Eddie Bravo said that, and then it picked up steam, and I heard that they were talking about it. That was supposed to be combat jiu-jitsu, but it was not.
Between those two?
Yes, but it was not.
It wasn't.
It was just Abu Dhabi rules, no gi. I believe it was the only no gi one on the card.
Yeah.
It was like a special match. All the rest were gi, but I have to say a couple things about it. One, it was free on YouTube, which was amazing. 2, they got Keenan won rolling inverted omoplata on Yuri Simon. Those guys have been battling, and I know they've been at battles.
Yeah.
But it was free, which is amazing. And 2, it was getting the best so-called jiu-jitsu guys all in the same place. There was other guys in there too. If I'm forgetting anybody, you can post it. But those were the highlights of it. But Cyborg, Buchecha, Leandro Lo, Gordon Ryan, Vinny, Keenan, all in one place at one time. Yep. And we haven't had that in a while because Metamoris was trying to fix their shit after the first couple. But I don't remember a card like that as far as grappling goes since then. Since Metamoris 1 or 2 or 3. I think 3 was the last one that was Eddie Bravo.
That was Eddie Bravo and Hoyler.
But they had some really good matches on that one. They had Hoffa and Guy Mendez. Yep. They had, but over the first 3, they had the Glovers, they had Crone, they had Buchecha, they had Hodger, they had Gaval, they had all those guys.
Yeah, all the who's who.
Right. And Metamoris fell off because they started to bring in MMA guys. And if you bring in MMA guys, you got to pay MMA guys MMA money.
Yeah. And you had Halleck Gracie in charge of it.
Well, this is where he fucked up though, because he couldn't pay people because he had to pay the MMA guys first. Yeah. Because they understood the business aspect of it. Jiu-jitsu guys are like, hey, fuck yeah, I'll roll for some money. Yeah. Then they're not getting paid. Right. But the MMA guys, Chael Sonnen and his team and Rory McDonald and their team, they're getting paid before they show up. That's just how it is. Right. And that's bullshit because you have to pay those guys. You got to pay Rory McDonald money. You got to pay Chael Sonnen money. Right. You don't have to pay Marcelo as much, I don't think. Or you can throw the same amount.
At least the same amount,
Right. But I still think, just for a 1 10-minute match, I think they would be able to get them at a lower rate.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
grapplers. They're
Yeah.
just jiu-jitsu guys.
Yeah.
So that's where the Metamora started to fail.
And I think he went that route thinking it was going to be like
a crossover.
yeah, like it was going to be something big. It was going to make Metamoris mainstream or something like that. But the people who were buying Metamoris didn't want to see that.
No.
I don't want to see Chael Sonnen grapple. I don't want to see Rory. I don't want to see Rory grapple. He's a good grappler, but I don't want to see that. I'd rather see, Gaval grapple and Keenan grapple and whatever. If I want to watch MMA, I'll watch MMA.
Yeah, throw that money at Hadra. Throw that money at Jacare.
Yes.
If you want to bring an MMA guy in, Damian Maia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Plus, these guys are grapplers, so one, they will be more comfortable going into that realm.
Yep.
And they grew up in the era of no money in jiu-jitsu whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if you're going to pay them $5,000 to do a 20-minute match,
They're
they'll
gonna
show
take it.
up.
Sure.
Chael Sonnen ain't going to get out of bed for $5,000.
No.
Or I don't know the official numbers, but I'm assuming you would be able to pay mainstream grapplers a lot
less than a mainstream MMA
fighter.
Right.
Especially at
at that
Sonnen.
time.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen was a big name.
A big name.
But it was a trick move. It was a trickster move. It was the bait and switch.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen versus Andre Goval. You're like, oh. So the UFC fans show up and it's two guys wrestling around and they go, what the fuck is this
yeah,
shit?
Absolutely.
Where's the UFC?
Yeah, well, you're
And then the grapplers are watching it. Jiu-jitsu guys going, fuck Chael Sonnen, he's stalling.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So
and that's what I said. Metamoris wasn't built for the UFC fan.
no.
It's
built for the jiu-jitsu
he's wearing
lover.
the Budweiser. You're not going to see a Budweiser T-shirt
No.
going, stand him up, quit hugging faggots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're going to see people like quiet watching, going, oh shit, you see that? Like talking like this. Oh man, you see this?
Yeah.
You know that's where it's at.
But that's where Metamoris failed. But I would like to see more of cards like this where you're going to be able to get those specialty matchups versus guys that you want to see grapple,
Yeah.
But back to the Vinny Gordon. Vinny passed first round, easy, controlled, and then the rest was just him trying to pass the guard. Gordon got a couple leg entanglement setups. But Vinny wasn't having it. Vinny, for some reason, he's got like freakishly flexible joints.
Yeah.
Like, he's impossible to tap.
Yeah.
So like at one point, Gordon had like a legit dead to rights heel hook setup, and Vinny was just laughing it off.
Yeah.
But Vinny really showed a lot of control in that. Gordon got frustrated. He couldn't do much with them.
Yeah, and the only thing I saw, because I didn't see the event, but I just saw like the aftermath of Twitter and Instagram and all that. But it was just like that there was some confusion about what the rules actually were. Like even going in, they weren't even sure. They weren't sure if it was ACBJJ, if it was this, if it was a special.
Right.
Like there was some type of confusion from everybody's angle,
Yes.
like from everybody's ends.
I think at the end it
Like
ended
it wasn't
up being
like,
Abu
oh, I
Dhabi
lost
rules.
because I didn't understand. Like like neither Gordon nor Vinny were like making that as an excuse.
Yeah.
They were just saying, neither of us really knew what was going on.
Right.
I think I saw DeBlas post about it. He's like, I had no idea what point system they were using.
It was.
or-
I mean, it was pretty
you
simple.
know.
The only thing they had were stalling points. They
Yeah.
would take negative points, and if they take 3, they
Then
deduct the
deducted,
point.
yeah.
But I think Vinny got 2 stalling points.
Yeah.
Because he was doing. After a while, he looked like he was wearing down. He was getting a little tired, and he was just doing enough to look active.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was
And the best guys do that.
right.
I mean, they'll
Yeah.
do just enough.
Just
to,
enough
yeah.
to, and that's what it turned out to be after he passed and he got his points. I think he knew Gordon wasn't going to finish him at any point, so he wasn't really risking that, or he didn't even push any further to put himself at risk for getting finished.
Right, yeah.
Because he was up on points. It's super hard to sweep a guy like Vinny Maguire, but it's even harder to sweep an MMA jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the consequences are
They're
so
usually-
dire. They will not give up the
they
sweep.
won't give up the sweep. Yeah.
So, with that, it was a great card though, man. It was really good and free.
And we said, you mentioned about Hamilo.
Yeah.
We had, I think episode 1 or 2, we had the conversation about the best of all time, and he was like, honorable mention, saying like, in 5 years, when we have that conversation again, he's gonna be like,
he might be up there.
I mean, he's just that good.
Yeah. No, he looked it too. I mean, the knee cut, unstoppable as always, and then simple choke. Finish.
Yeah. And I love those two things.
Yeah.
I love those two things. Knee cut and simple choke that's my game.
Yeah.
The simpler the better.
Yeah.
And Anything else come out of that? Like any fallout or drama?
Vinny joked at the end, and they did an interview, and it was literally like, leg locks don't work, and he walked off.
God.
Yeah, but he posted something on. It was a joke.
I saw
Eddie Bravo's in his corner.
Paul Harris and
Tom
DeBlas.
Was
that is that actually happening? Or
I don't know. I think somebody kind of just made a
kind
meme
of
about it.
There.
Yeah, and then he saw it and he reposted it. He would like that.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That'd be a cool match. I'd like to see that. Yeah,
somebody's gonna get their leg ripped off.
Hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't know if that was a real thing or if somebody was just like, hey, what about this? You know, and he's always down to go against anybody. Yeah.
I think it. If it's on the table, he'll take it. But I don't know I don't know what Taquino's up to.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
It's been a while because he got in a bunch of trouble with getting banned from MMA for I don't think life, but
no.
Was it life or no? I think it was just
yeah.
But it was a ban.
Actually, no. He fought in another organization. Got beat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He beat. And then he had the Gary Tonin match a year, probably maybe almost 2 years at this point.
Yeah.
That was the last.
That was the last
sport
thing,
jiu-jitsu match I remember seeing him do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But him versus Tom, that would be extremely interesting because it's two gorillas who are gonna try and heel hook
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. What'd you do with your weekend? I finally got around to seeing Avengers. I know you were
nice. You were
like, you gotta see it.
Worked and trained the weekend. I didn't do anything too crazy. But yeah, the Avengers I saw that last week twice.
I think we can talk about it and just say like we're not going to give spoilers.
Yeah, well, no spoilers, but here's fucking awesome.
I mean, with that being said, like saying no spoilers, like if you are a fan of the movies and a fan of comics, you understand that there's certain people who die. Like there's death involved in the Avengers.
Is there?
And
I
don't believe that's a spoiler alert.
I don't remember that part.
If you think that's a spoiler alert, I'll take the blame for that.
Okay. I don't remember.
I'm also going to call you an idiot.
I don't remember.
I'm also going to call you a fair weather fan.
Yeah.
But the event, I thought it was awesome.
It was amazing.
I thought it was awesome. I thought they did a really, really good job with taking the comic line and turning it into a movie. Because the comic, did you ever read the actual graphic comic?
Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah, Infinity Gauntlet,
yes.
Yeah. They did really good with that. I mean, Infinity Gauntlet was like way more convoluted because you can do that in a print medium. Like you can really go deep into the story and everything.
Yeah.
But I think they
did. You can have more characters. There was a lot more characters.
There was a lot of characters in the Infinity Gauntlet, which Infinity Gauntlet was basically the story they told in Infinity Wars. So you're not missing out on a whole lot other than lots of characters coming in.
Yeah.
And just going way deep into the backstory of Thanos and all of that.
Yes.
But I thought they did really, really good. I mean, like
I think
the start to the finish.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It was, to me, it was like the only down part was the ending, but it wasn't a down part. It was where it kind of cooled off with some crazy.
Well, yeah.
But the whole time it was action, comedy, action.
Yeah.
So yeah, the writing was amazing. But what I'm interested to see is if now, because the prequels are big,
yes,
or maybe not even like prequel, like middle prequel, like a Rogue One, where you can go back now and give us a backstory with Thanos and some other stuff. Because
here's what I've heard, I just saw it today: the Eternals. They're talking about doing an Eternals movie, and the Eternals was Thanos and the other Immortals. They call them like Homo Immortalis or something like that.
Yep.
They're basically like mutants who are immortals and whatnot.
Right.
So, but there was a group of them, and that's ultimately what led Thanos into like what we saw in the Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
So it's like they could do that, and I saw that today. They said because Thanos was so well received as a character, that that's just one of the things they're kicking around in the Marvel Universe sit-downs about where they're going to go forward with what movies.
And this was kind of a Thanos movie. He had the most screen time.
Yeah, he was the leading man, so to speak, for sure. You know.
So and he carried it. Matthew Brolin was
awesome.
Amazing. I thought the look of him was good. The feel of him was good.
Yeah.
You know, he even had a little depth. He wasn't just like a mindless killing machine. He wasn't just like a one way. It wasn't just a one way
Right.
kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
you felt for him.
Yeah.
You liked him at times.
Yeah.
You're like, this
Yeah.
dude's cool. So he had a lot of depth to him, and I thought they did a really good job.
That's what I like a lot about Stan Lee and his writing team is that when they introduce these characters that are so like superhuman powerful, is that they give them flaws.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely give them flaws. You know, you got the narcissist in Tony Stark, and
Yeah.
you know all kinds of really good character flaws.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. And it's you can't have great characters without the duality.
Right.
If there's no struggle, that's why
Well, you get like a Superman.
But
Like,
that's
why
why-
I hate
yeah.
Superman. 'Cause
Superman.
there's no,
Well, Captain
like,
America was kind of like that for a little bit, where he
yeah.
was so cookie cutter good
Yeah.
that you're kind of like,
Right.
dude.
I'm doing what I always hate on podcasts, and I'm sending a message. But go ahead, keep
Okay.
talking.
Yeah,
Keep talking.
but when you have a superhero who's too good all the time, it is an issue because you want to see them struggle. That's what my take of how a little bit of how Rey is in the new Star Wars. She's a little bit too of a Mary Sue where
yeah,
she picks up everything and it's so easy to her.
yeah. Oh yeah, everything comes just
You know,
just
like
comes
you
right
want
to
to
her.
see some struggle.
Yep.
You want to see a give and take
Yep.
between. You know, a villain could be infallible a little bit until he's crumbles.
Right.
Because that you want.
Well, that's usually their downfall. You know, you find out.
You
what
find
they're-
it later on.
Right. Yeah. It's but like I'm trying to think of the new one that's coming out. They're doing a Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel.
which if they hold true in the movies to the character, she was a raging alcoholic. Captain
yeah?
Marvel was an alcoholic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how she tried to cope with her split personalities and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. You know, but there was several incarnations of Captain Marvel
Yeah.
from the '60s through the
Yeah.
2000s. Like it was always the same type of character, but there was always like little, like they do with most.
But I didn't remember a
You know.
female Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Yep. Well, she
That's
started as Miss Marvel. It was Miss Marvel, and
Yeah.
then she became Captain Marvel like later in her
Right.
incarnations. Yeah. But it was Miss Marvel because she had the crossover story with Rogue for a while. That's how Rogue actually got like the powers of flight and stuff because Mystique tricked Rogue into touching Miss Marvel and absorbing like a whole bunch of her powers and whatnot. And I forget it all, but there was some type of spin-off where that made Miss Marvel like a little bit nutty and crazy, and you know that's when she became an alcoholic and whatnot.
Yeah.
I have friends who are way more comic book nerds than I am. They'll probably post about it that are, you know, hey, remember they did this or with that. But that's like Miss Marvel was, I think, supposedly the most powerful superhero in the Marvel universe.
We get it. Chicks are badass.
But we're going back to the '60s, so like at that time to say like
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean
You're
that's
like, whoa,
like
this
now
is
it's
cool.
so passe.
Yeah.
Like every television show, everything
Yeah.
is trying to empower women,
Right.
and whatnot. And listen, we were empowering women with jiu-jitsu long before it was fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
long before Star Wars.
everybody get off the bandwagon. Jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
was doing it first.
Seriously.
So that's all I got to say about that. You
Yeah.
know, the ending.
We got a couple
ending
good
was
ones.
good.
We got a couple good ones. Oh yeah, the Avengers. I mean, there's never been a bad Avengers.
No.
Honestly, the
Bad
whole
no bad Avengers.
No.
No bad Avengers.
Even the Civil War.
the Iron Man
3
was a stinker.
3 was a stinker. Thor 1 I thought
Thor
was
1 was a little bit of a stinker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was-
was so much backstory.
right. It was,
like,
and he was kind of powerless for
Yeah.
most of it. And the
Yeah.
same thing with Tony Stark. He didn't have a suit for most of
in
Iron Man 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, literally, you could probably count on one hand, and they made how many movies? 20?
I don't
20
even know
something?
at this point. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Even the Ant-Mans.
The Ant-Mans, I like.
I
those.
liked them. Yeah, they're not great because
Well,
he's
they only
not
did
a
the
great
one, right?
character.
They're
They're
coming out
doing
with
they're
the second
doing
one.
a second
Yeah,
one.
they're
Yeah,
doing the second
but I'm
one.
saying that the first one wasn't like great, but I wouldn't say it wasn't.
It wasn't hateful.
Yeah, it wasn't whatchamacallit. It wasn't Green Lantern. You know.
Still to this day, one of my greatest disappointments
Yeah.
is Green Lantern because
But Ryan
I'm
Reynolds.
such a Green Lantern fan,
Yes.
and just like
But thank God it didn't work out because if it did, Ryan Reynolds would be stuck playing Green Lantern forever.
right, we wouldn't get him as Deadpool.
Right.
Which
That's coming out now.
that's coming
Deadpool
out.
2.
Yep. You
So-
got Cable in it, which
is-
Cable's fucking awesome. He's
Which is
awesome.
Matthew Brolin playing Cable as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's playing dual roles in the Marvel universe. But Deadpool doesn't cross over with that because they're not owned by the same
They're
studio.
not owned by the same studios. Yeah.
So it's a different universe. He's still in the X-Men universe.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But he was. I think he. Did he come in the Infinity Gauntlet? He may have, but
I think they did.
You know what I like about Deadpool when they wrote Deadpool was the fact that he was like breaking the fourth wall, where he came into reality. He would talk, even in the comics. He's like, I gotta kill these guys so I can go get some tacos.
Right.
And then like eventually they wrote it where like he went insane, came into our world and killed Stan Lee or something like that.
Yeah.
It was great. Like he just, why did you give me this power to see into your world? And then he like killed Stan Lee. It was fucking awesome. But I'm looking forward to Deadpool for sure. I think we need more R-rated superhero movies.
Logan,
great.
Yeah, and that
so good.
And that took a while for them to
even
make
though I liked Old Man Logan, it got to a point where I think they threw in too many F-bombs.
Oh yeah.
They were just like, hey, we can do this, so we're gonna just.
Yeah, they're like, we got 18 F words here, and we only got 14 here. Let's
yeah, because there was
spice it up.
There was a couple where I was just like, man, you didn't need that there.
I know.
You didn't need that.
Yeah.
So there was some.
And that's why Avengers was so good. The comedy was perfectly placed. It wasn't like, I hate to go back to the new Star Wars, The Last Jedi, where it was like force-fed.
There was a lot of forced comedy.
Right.
Yeah, for sure there was.
And it just wasn't.
There was stuff where I giggled at it at the time, and then I went, they could have done that.
But it wasn't but I felt all of it was extremely well-timed and appropriate for the moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was so good. I loved that they let Samuel L. Jackson have one. That was funny. That was funny because I mean every movie, a Sam Jackson movie without motherfucker.
Well, he doesn't.
He doesn't say it, but he says it, but he doesn't say it. You know what I mean? So like I thought that was like a nod to.
That was nice.
That was comical. I enjoyed it. What else we got going on?
I don't know. Well, Triple G fought last night too.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that.
So
I watched
busy.
I watched the jiu-jitsu thing over there. I wasn't gonna pay money to see Triple G dominate somebody. He dominated the guy though.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. I forget what round, but it wasn't the fight we deserved. So I didn't pay too close attention. But he is undefeated and just crushing people.
Yeah, I mean it's like I guess again boxing pundits like Rob Kahn is a boxing pundit.
Yeah.
Rob puts him up there as one of the greatest ever. And
He's
I've seen other people say that too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know enough about boxing to, say one way or the other, but
he's got it all.
Everything I see, he's impressive.
He's got it all.
He's super impressive. Yeah.
He's got it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like me some Triple G, but you're only as good as your villain, and right now, I mean, Canelo is becoming a good villain, even though he's a likable guy, a nice guy, but him failing the
drug test, right?
The steroid test makes him now a kind of a villain in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
So now we get to see how that plays out. But that would have been nice. A Cinco de Mayo, Triple G versus Canelo. I mean, that would have been some serious numbers.
Yeah.
Like, boxing's got to be hurting because of that.
Speaking of Cinco de Mayo, did you do anything? Oh, no, you worked for
I worked,
Cinco de Mayo.
yeah. It was crazy.
I stayed away. But my neighbors down the hill, man.
Oh, yeah?
It's a house of, like, Mexican family.
Yeah.
They were off the fucking hook. They were selling margaritas out of their front yard.
Were they?
Like $3 margaritas out of their front yard. I'm just like, this is highly illegal.
Whoa.
Highly illegal.
Fuck, I wish I stopped by.
But I'm going to support local business.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
So I got 7 or 8 of them.
So, yeah. But they were literally just selling margaritas out of their front yard. Tacos.
Honestly,
they were selling tacos. No, I didn't get any food. Because I'm like, I don't know. This might be dog.
The best.
I've known the neighborhood cat population is down, but
living out west for a while, the best Mexican is like the dirtiest place you can go. When you go to like that restaurant and it's got like a wooden sign that like the letters are scraped off and you're going, you're gonna get a bomb ass.
Like Chick's Diner.
Chick's Diner.
You're gonna go to Chick's Diner and get a bomb ass meal.
Yeah, but it's disgusting.
It's
like,
disgusting.
Don't look too deep in. Like you don't want to walk into that kitchen. And those are the best places to eat. If you're like, I don't want to go in the kitchen because I don't want to see something that's going to ruin this.
That's going to ruin this experience for me. Yeah.
But that's how it was. There's a lot of good places. I mean, some of the best food is out of the back of a greasy spoon, So, I don't know.
That's all I did with them.
I didn't think Mexicans really like celebrate Cinco de Mayo like
that's
that.
An American thing, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were just taking it. Yeah.
Oh, so they're just saying, fuck.
Yeah. They were just like,
we're gonna take it.
Run with it. Yeah, run with it. Yeah. Every Mexican restaurant in the tri-state area here was packed. I bet.
More power to you. Yeah. No, I would think. Yeah, Latona Tacos probably fucking.
Oh, I'm sure it was packed
out the door.
Yeah. I'm up there all the time, and I know a lot of the people, and
they
were like, just stay away.
Yeah.
They were like, don't even come here.
fucking amateur hour. It's like St. Patrick's Day. Everyone's Mexican on Cinco de Mayo. Everyone's Irish on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. On May the 4th, they're going, build the wall, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then on May 5th, they're like, hey, we talking
Well, May 4th. No, May 4th, we're all watching Star Wars marathons.
That was a Star Wars marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did show a Star Wars marathon on TBS. Yeah, it was good.
Dude,
I'm more about the 5th. I'm more about Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of the 5th. But listen, speaking of Revenge of the 5th, Revenge of the Sith, I follow a lot of Star Wars social media pages, and they do polls.
Yeah.
Like, people love Revenge of the Sith. Like, they love it. They put that above, like, it was in a finals countdown on one of my sites that I follow, like one of the fan pages, up there with Empire. Was like the top movie in the fucking whole
If I'm gonna
saga.
If I'm gonna say like storyline, maybe, but characters.
Just the movie itself though. Like, watch it. You have fucking
I
Obi-Wan
watched it.
Kenobi backflipping on a fucking giant lizard.
Yeah. No, I've watched it countless times, but I'm saying like if we're saying storyline,
Well, I haven't.
I'm good with storyline, but
I have not seen Revenge of the
characters.
Sith a bunch, right? And I remember I was trying to get someone else into it, and they were like, well, and I'm like, you don't have to watch the prequels. Maybe Revenge of the Sith first.
Right.
Revenge of the Sith, and this was before Rogue One, so Revenge of the Sith before Star Wars, which would be alright. Because I'm like, there's some cohesion. You get a little bit of backstory on who Vader is.
Yeah, just enough.
And I was
Without
watching
Jar Jar
it, and I'm
Binks.
just like, fuck. I'm like, I'm sorry I made you watch this, because the acting was so dry and so...
Yeah, well, we've talked about it in the podcast before. Like Hayden Christensen's awful.
Yeah, he's got no timing. But I don't. But is he that bad?
Well, it's the CGI, it's the blue
CGI,
screen.
everything.
I mean, there's all kinds
Even the
of
fucking
stuff.
stormtroopers that are people, they take their helmets off, and you can tell like they're wearing a green fucking mask helmet.
Right.
It's like everything is
there's,
CGI.
There's a lot wrong with it, but the story I like.
No, the
the
story from the whole
was
prequel
fine.
was really good.
Yeah.
I thought if I read the prequels,
the books,
yes, I think I would have liked them.
Yeah.
But the movies just came off like dog shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, where do you identify more? May the 4th or May the 5th? Do you identify more with the Jedi, or do you identify more with the Sith?
I don't know. I mean,
A little of both. You're in the Grey Order.
a little bit. But I don't know. I always, in the end, I root for Luke. I think Luke was a great character. He faded a little bit in The Last Jedi to me, but I loved him as a character. I thought he was great. He was the best. You know. I mean, the whole original three
the
had
whole
great.
original three. Yeah. The whole original three.
I don't know, man. Yeah,
I
Luke.
love me some Vader. I love me some Darth Maul. Like.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough of him.
You didn't have enough of Darth Maul.
No, I mean, he died too quick. He wasn't in the movie long enough. Like, they didn't build anybody else on the Sith side with enough, you know, they did it with Anakin in the prequels, but that's Darth Vader, so he's always been there.
He's always been there,
They never had another, comparable Sith Lord that you wanted to root for or thought maybe you wanted to. So, Vader's just not enough for me. There's more cool Jedi than there were cool.
Oh yeah,
Sith.
yeah. In the movies, there was definitely way more cool Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, when you read the books, there's like a lot of cool.
Yeah,
lot
even
of
the
cool
Clone
Sith.
Wars cartoon and Rebels, they have a lot of cool guys. Darth Maul's in it a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But I'm saying for the live action saga, I'm a Jedi. Fuck that.
Jedi.
Fuck that. Give me a green lightsaber. Cause listen, as great as any when Luke finally steps in as full Jedi, when he walks in Return of the Jedi,
So good.
and he's Jedi mind tricking people, but he's dressed in all black, which threw me off as a kid. I was like, he's in all black. Why is he in all black? But
Johnny Cash.
yeah, but that's Sith garb.
Yeah. No, for
So-
sure.
So, but he's Jedi mind tricking all Jabba the Hutt's cronies.
Yep.
And then, dude, that scene with the fucking, and then R2-D2 shoots the lightsaber and he does the flip
And Boba Fett goes out like a bitch.
He goes out like a bitch. But man, there is not any better scene in cinema history right there. The music cues up and he starts murking dudes with and the first time you get to see him with the green lightsaber, his own built lightsaber. Yeah, man, that was special.
Special.
I'll never have that. That was like WrestleMania 5. That's a WrestleMania 6. I don't know. I can't remember. But the Hogan vs. Warrior, that's up there as like a true memory that I'll never forget.
Top childhood memories.
Yeah, I still get chills. Like watching it the other day, the marathon. Like I made sure I watched that scene.
Did you binge watch Cobra Kai yet?
No.
Did you binge watch it?
No.
I trolled you hard the other day.
You did.
I trolled you.
I was like, wait,
hard.
if that's fucking real. He told me, we're in the group chat, he goes, yeah, that's crazy that Mr. Miyagi was molesting Daniel-san the whole time. I'm like, wait, what?
And then I dropped out of the group text.
Both of them did. And Ned saw it, and I'm like, dude, is this true? And Ned's not saying a fucking word. He's not saying a word.
Radio silent. Yeah.
And then finally Ned told me that no. But he didn't tell me the twist at the end. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I thought it was really good. I'm going to sign up for the free...
yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I only got to see the first 2 episodes, but it was actually really good.
I didn't watch them yet because I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna give my credit card, watch all 10, cancel it.
Yeah. You know. No, dude, it was good. Like,
that's what everybody's saying.
The first 2 episodes were good.
Everybody's saying it's
slightly
really
corny.
Yeah.
But
that's
well, of course, right. It's
yeah.
still like 80s vibe, right?
Yeah.
But man, I mean, the way it's even filmed, like the look of it looks sharp. Like I thought it was gonna be really cheesy and chintzy. I thought it was gonna be like a guy with his iPhone filming it, you know.
Right.
But
yeah.
no, I mean, good production quality. So far, it's like it seems legit. And from a couple people I've heard, they said it's as good or better than watching
the original movie.
The originals,
oh, yeah. I've just seen a lot of good stuff on social media. The feedback is great.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm just gonna binge watch the hell out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. But yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes because they were the free ones, and I really liked it.
Which I think is genius. They're like,
Yeah.
here's the first 2 for free. If you want to see more,
now.
yeah, now I have to give you my credit card.
Which sucks because I know in like 2 months it's gonna be for free on YouTube anyways. I would think.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're really trying to push this YouTube Red thing and really get people signed up and, you know, because they've seen the popularity of Netflix and
yeah,
you know, Hulu and all of that. So I think they're
they
go
want the
that route.
premium. They want premium.
They want premium content for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Which they were just pushing it as commercial free.
And they're a massive platform.
Yeah.
You know Like, and they got the backing of Google, and so.
But originally they were just pushing the get YouTube Red, and you don't have to worry
about commercials.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not enough of a sell for people to spend $10
No.
rather than I'll sit through 5 seconds worth of commercial every time to skip it. But yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah. And you know what they'll do is like any subscription company, they'll get, you know, you'll put in your credit card and half of the people will forget about it. So every month they'll make $10 on.
That's why I didn't do it
people.
immediately because I smoke way too much weed for that.
I always set a reminder in my phone.
I only need 3.
And then usually I go, wait, what did I set up for?
Yeah, I'm like, what the what?
What is that?
YouTube Red.
YouTube Red.
What?
I don't watch YouTube.
Well, I did that with Audible. Because I got a free thing with Audible, but I had to sign up and put credit card information in so I get the free book.
I did the same thing.
And then it stuck, and now I don't care. I liked it. It was worth it.
I did the same thing where I did it, I forgot about it, and I had like 9 credits.
Oh.
Because I wasn't using them.
Right.
But they don't go away.
Yeah.
So the one day I'm going through my emails and I'm like, wait, what's this? Audible, what the fuck? So I just like downloaded a bunch and then canceled it.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean I've done that shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna write
FYE
it out.
got me. FYE got me with you know, Christmas time or something. Hey, if you sign up, you're gonna get 25% off this order, blah blah blah, and we're gonna charge your credit card like $5.99 a month. And I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. And like for 2 years I forgot about it. Just 2 years.
Preying on
totally just stupid.
bad memories.
Yeah.
And stoners.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. They were like, look at Grandpa here. We're gonna get Grandpa for $5.99 a month.
And then
you know.
Yep. And then look at his son. He's too busy. He's got kids. And then look at his kid signed up for it too. He's a stoner. He's gonna forget all about it.
Yeah.
He signed up with Dad's credit card anyways.
Yeah. So. It was bad. And I've done that on so many different things. Yeah. So I'll probably do it with YouTube. YouTube's gonna get me for at least $9.99.
Yeah. I don't know. You know? I'm more of a, once they start asking for credit card information, I'm out of there.
You're out of there?
Yeah.
You're only going to browse at the free shit.
If it's free, it's for
free,
me. That's
for me. Yeah.
That's what that jiu-jitsu thing, I mean, I would have liked to watch it, but once they said it was free, I'm like, man, I don't care. I got work, but I mean, I'll listen to it or watch it as I work, you know?
Watch it as I work.
Hell yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, dude, so much in the news. Do you want to talk about Kanye at all?
No.
I don't want to get into race relations. I just want to get into Kanye. Can we get into Kanye a little bit?
All right, let's do this.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
You know, like I don't want to. I mean, we have friends of every race, color, and creed. So
Yeah.
you know, I feel safe broaching it a little bit. But
Yeah. No,
like,
but I love Kanye.
Yeah, you're a big Kanye fan.
Here's
but
my thing.
I think he really pissed off a lot of the black community.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
listen, I'm gonna
people
go
in general.
I'm gonna go even. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I'm gonna go
People
even
in
farther than
general.
that. Like when I heard him say what he said, I went, huh?
Right.
Like where I was offended for my friends, where I'm just like, wait, what the fuck?
Okay, but here's my stance.
Now here's
on-
the other thing. And I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
Finish your thought.
Here's my
'cause we're
stance.
probably having the same thought.
Yeah, here's my stance on Kanye. I've listened to the entire
That's what I
interview
was
from
just gonna
TNT.
say.
Plus, I heard him kind of touch on the same concept in other interviews, right? Because immediately after he said 400 years of slavery, it sounds like a choice. Then he went on to say, spoke about a little bit about the Holocaust, spoke a little bit about, but he said, I don't even like to use the word slavery. When he said slavery in that context, they edited that and chopped it up.
Right.
He was talking about mental slavery and about how people get caught in the past and
Right.
use that as a reason on why
And
they
that's what I
can or
was gonna
cannot
say.
do something.
Yeah.
And they edited that, and then it turned into this big thing. But his whole thing was, but Kanye's always been, he's very Donald Trump, and that's why they kind of are with each other.
Yeah.
They're doers.
Yes.
When they're doing what they do when they do it really well.
Yes, they do.
But
for
if
sure.
you have to ask those motherfuckers to explain it, they don't articulate well.
Yes.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And I love Kanye, but he's always had that issue where he does not articulate
He's got the foot
his
and mouth disease.
Yes, he just says it, and that so it to me that's where we gotta we need more context, right? And that's the thing with media nowadays and the internet era.
We need more. Here's what we need more of: open discussion without media editing.
That's what I'm saying, and it becomes this soundbite where Kanye says slavery was a choice,
Right.
And I don't think that's what he said. By what I heard throughout the rest of it,
When you watch the rest, because I saw the clips initially and I went,
Yes.
whoa!
Right.
And then I saw like the unedited, and then I saw like somebody had posted the entire Twitter feed, and then somebody had posted, I think a YouTube video or something, and then I went, oh, I kind of get the overall message
Yes.
of what he was saying now.
Yes.
But that's not, 99 out of 100 people don't do that.
yes,
They just
that's all they
see
heard.
the clip,
right?
and they're like, fuck.
Well, here's my thing too that got lost in all of this is that for Kanye to come out and they're making it seem like he's supporting Trump, like he's a Trumpkin,
Right.
like he's this diehard Republican
Right.
Trump.
Yes.
His stance on this is, hey man, we've had, as a black community, we've had a guy like this or similar to this, and we all just kind of turn our backs and say, fuck that guy, he's not for us. So
Right.
let's wait till we get the guy who's for us.
Right. Yeah.
But he's saying, why wait till then?
Right.
Let me with my voice, instead of saying I don't want to talk to Trump because
See how
I
we
think
can
he is
influence.
because I think in all the context of when we have, I mean, it could be race, it could be Democrat versus Republican, it could be Cowboy versus Eagle fan, it could be whatever it is.
Right.
If you say, hey man, let's sit down. Why do you hate me? And then maybe, Kanye goes, why do you hate me? And he goes, well, I don't hate you. I kind of was mean to you because I thought you hate me. And he
Right.
goes, no man, I don't hate you. I hated you because I thought you hate me. And they're like, wait, what? And then before you know it, it's like, oh, well, okay, maybe we can have a dialogue.
Yeah.
And I don't think Kanye agrees with half of what Trump says or does. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either.
No, and I don't think, on the flip side, Trump agrees with Kanye says or does. But the fact that they were willing to sit down and have a talk.
Right.
I mean, if it's a political move, if it's just to soothe the masses, whatever, but it opens a dialogue.
Right.
And I think that's what it has to be nowadays. I think we dug into our beliefs, and then I don't even want to hear what you have to say, because
Right.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Yes.
So I'll let you talk, but I'm not listening, because I'm right and you're wrong.
Right.
You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? And if he has the same mentality, I'm right, you're wrong.
Yep.
It's never like, man, okay, I can understand how you feel that way, how you see that way. Okay,
Yeah.
I can. But did you ever think of it from my point of view?
Yeah.
And then that's when the healing can begin.
That's when real dialogue starts to happen. Yeah.
Because I just think, and same thing with some of the athletes who are boycotting, white, black, indifferent. I'm just saying a lot of the athletes are saying, we want a championship, I'm not even going to because I don't like Trump.
Yeah.
To me, that's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
Because to me, if you have an opportunity to talk to this guy, like I said, you can say, hey man, and then you can get a clear indication of who he is. Because I don't like Trump, I didn't vote for Trump, I don't support Trump, I think the fact that he made president was kind of an embarrassment to our country, but he is the president.
So you want to see him succeed.
He's got to succeed.
You have to see him succeed.
Right.
And I felt the same way when Bush 2 came in.
Right.
I was like, this fuck.
Yeah, here we go again.
Kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, how did anybody vote for this guy? So I was the same way with Bush 2, where I'm like, but ultimately I was like, well, I don't want to see this guy fail. He's the leader of the free nation. I need to see our nation succeed, and therefore I need to see George Bush succeed.
And that's where people get dug in. Like, to me, I voted for Obama. I liked Obama. I thought he was a great guy. I thought he was a great speaker. He wasn't the best doer, but he was a great sayer.
Yes.
Right? But what happened with him was the same thing with these crazy right-wingers, where they looked at him and they go, you know what, you ain't for us, so we'll be over here and we're waiting our turn.
Yes.
And nothing got done.
Nothing got done.
Because it was this push and pull. Same
Yeah.
thing now, I feel like the Democrats are on the same side, where it doesn't matter. Trump could turn water into wine and silver into gold, and people would still look at him as an asshole. And I think like maybe a little bit less judgment from the media, just a little more bias. That's you know what I mean, or a little less bias. Yes, a little less bias. Because you go listen to the same story on Fox News or CNN, and it's literally the same fucking story, the same facts, and they narrow the narrative of them are two different. One, it's the greatest thing ever done. Second, it's the worst thing ever done.
Yeah.
So it's,
and they know their audience and they know their demographic, and I think that's a big reason why. I think that's more of a big reason why podcasting is becoming more critical now than ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's some very influential podcasts out there because you get the story over time. You know what I mean? Like, you get the whole thing.
Right.
You know, you have like, because now everybody's got a voice. So you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, you got this. So you know, you come out and you go, dinosaurs never existed. The Earth is flat.
Right.
They killed aliens. We killed it. But when you do that, there's no dialogue. It's just me sitting here going, dinosaurs are fake, and here's why. Yeah. And there's nobody here to contradict me.
And that's the thing too. It's all compressed too into easily digested snack sizes.
Yes.
Even on TV shows, it's all segments.
Yeah.
It's you get two guys who are talking about super complex issues about economy, race, religion, whatever it is, and you got 5 minutes to get through it all, but you're both got to talk at the same time, and the mediator in the middle is going to talk too.
Right.
So you got three people trying to make their point to where it turns into an argument, and then it's just sound bites because they're trying to say a most radical thing to get you to listen. So then maybe you'll hear their point later on by hearing a lecture or something like that. So they're just trying to grab you with the one-liners instead of where it's a long conversation to where we can break down these super intricate things.
Need to have the dialogue over time.
And there needs to be the gray area, or the purple area, as I like to call it, because it's all red and blue. It's somewhere in the middle, like it's a mixture of the two. Like, am I a Democrat or a Republican? No, I'm a fucking fence sitter. Yeah. And because I like some of the things and the beliefs and points of the Democrats. I think I'm more liberal in a lot of things. But I understand that Republicans and the economy needs that type of thinking as well. If we're going to keep moving forward and keep building businesses, keep building jobs, we need that. So we all have to be involved, no matter who is our leader, or who's the president, or who we gotta just listen. I'm not saying you gotta agree, but you gotta listen. Put down your pitchforks and your torches for a fucking second, because these Trump people. The Trump haters are just as crazy as the Obama haters, and I dealt with that for 8 years. Where everything Obama did this, but he's a Muslim and he doesn't have a birth certificate, and it's like, wait, what? I'm like, okay, but he's trying to pass this bill that can help us. No, I don't want to hear it. Okay, all right, well, Trump's trying to do good things. He, this, that, and another. I don't care. He grabs it. Yeah, he grabs girls by the pussy. He's a scum. He's a. Yeah, well, what? I mean, I guess,
Listen, JFK was getting blowjobs in the White House from Marilyn Manson.
Right.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
Hey, you know,
whoa!
There's a
That
news
is
story right there.
That is a
Breaking news.
graphic novel waiting to happen.
JFK was getting blowjobs from Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
You can quote me on that. But Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Well, and that's the thing.
And it was common knowledge. People knew about it. They just didn't care.
It wasn't common knowledge though, because
I'm saying it was his circle.
Right.
Like even Jack Kennedy.
But now everyone would know that.
Right. Now everyone would know.
And that's the thing too, because they're not looking to paint the facts. They're trying to sway your opinions.
Right. Yeah, that's it. It's all about. I want you on my team.
I don't want
You know
that.
what I mean?
I don't want that shit anymore.
I'm going to tell you, and hopefully the kids are listening and they are inspired by this.
Yeah.
But you've been with me a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like you've seen like angry, bitter, like nasty Jeff, where I'm like, I will fucking kill you. You know what I mean? If you're not on my side and you're against me and whatever, you know. But in the last couple of years, I like had that mental shift of everybody's trying to have somebody on their team, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Blue, red, Eagles, Cowboys, this school, that school for jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. And it's always this. And what I decided, I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson speaking once, and he said he doesn't debate people. He doesn't debate people. He listens to their point of view. If they have an agreement, they have an agreement. If they have an opposing opinion, he says, what evidence can I present to you that would show you that you're wrong? And then you go, well, you show me X, Y, Z. And he goes, okay, well, look, here's X, Y, Z. And then you go, well, he's a Muslim. He doesn't have papers. He doesn't have... And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
That we're done talking now. Because you don't want to have a
Right.
conversation in which we can enlighten each other.
Right.
Because in the end, we're probably going to come to some middle ground.
Yeah.
Where you go, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get it. And then I go, oh, yeah, I get your point of view, too. Okay, cool, man. Let's go get a fucking margarita at the Mexican place down the road. Like, but people don't do that. If you're not on my side, you're against me.
And that's it. And it's not... And then they get caught, because with the internet, they get caught in these echo chambers.
Yes.
Of, it's just...
Well, because if you leave a comment I don't like, I can delete it.
Right, yeah.
So the only people who are leaving comments are people who agree with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I can ban you from my Facebook page
so
or my
it's
Twitter
only
page or
people
whatever it
who
is.
share your beliefs and ideas.
Yeah.
No contradicting ideas. But also the way people present their ideas, too.
Sure.
Where I say something and then you're immediately like, nope, you're fucking wrong.
Right.
And then once you tell me I'm wrong, fuck you. I'll die to prove I'm right.
Right, yeah.
And that's where we're at in this world where I just don't know. It's crazy, man. Because and honestly, I get a little philosophical and religious on you right now. Like, all religious texts, for the most part, preach that, love and understanding is the way forward. And we are lacking love and understanding. And not love like you gotta kiss and hug and hold. And you have to love where you can just respect yourself enough and respect another person enough to just allow them to go on their path and maybe put yourself in the shoes of them. And say, hey man, maybe if I was a little less this or a little more that, I could see myself being that. And even as crazy as you see some of these people where they commit crimes and people are like, oh, he's a fucking this, he's a... But what if you were in that same situation? What if you grew up the way that kid grew up? Would you be a school shooter? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to dismiss his actions, but a little more forgiveness in the end will be a proper way to go about it.
Yeah.
And a little more empathy before you become a school shooter. You know what I mean? I think that's what creates situations like that. And I say school shooter, but I'm saying anything where people lash out and hurt themselves or others. It could be something as a school shooter, or it could be a suicide, or it could be a drug addiction. But people are coping in this world, and they're looking. But that's the message we're sending, though. Come live in the material world. Buy your happiness. And I don't know if that's ever been I don't know if anyone's ever done that. Because Trump's rich, he don't seem happy. You know what I mean?
Lots of rich people aren't happy. Yeah. It was funny because I'm gonna figure it out before next podcast. But you were saying about religious diatribe and that across all the great religious texts they basically have the same message. No matter what Messiah, no matter what prophet, no matter what, it's the same religious message. I'm gonna find the guy's name because I want to say it's Ahmed or something like that. But I'm going to find it out. But he was a ruler in India. And I never even learned this in school. I learned it just reading books because I read a lot of different like philosophy books and stuff, right? So he had basically conquered all of India down into Pakistan, like all that area, almost all of Asia. Like, and we're talking obviously like early BC, whatever it is, right? I'm gonna find out all this information. But in that time when he was conquering people, he didn't change their culture. So he would come in, conquer their land, and say, "You're a Christian? Cool, man.
Yeah.
All good. No worries about it." He'd go and go and conquer this next one. "You guys are Muslim? Cool, man. No problems." And he would conquer them. And then what happened was in his capital city, he built a non-denominational center of worship in which the leaders of all of these different religions would travel to come together and have conversations about religion and educate each other on the differences among them. You know what I mean? Like, but you're never taught that in school.
No.
You're taught, okay, the Crusades, we came in and we killed all the Muslims, we killed this, we killed that.
And even in religion, they don't teach you that. Because whatever religion well,
that's what I'm saying.
Your
you're on my team, so I'm going to teach you this. Right. I'm not going to teach you that.
And that's the thing, too, where my God is the right God.
Sure.
But they're all preaching the same message.
Right.
And to me, I think where people mess up with Jesus especially is where he goes, "I'm the Son of God."
Right.
I don't think he was saying, "I'm the Son of God." I think he was saying, "I'm a Son of God." We're all the Son of God. We are all God. God is us in oneness. Heaven is from within. And I think that that's deep, right? But I believe it is. And also there's stories. To me, this goes a little bit if you're into hallucinogens. But the Sacred Order and the mushroom, right? And it was how Jesus was either a mushroom or he was feeding people mushrooms.
I remember, yeah, something along the lines of like.
And the guy who translated the Dead Sea Scrolls was not a drug addict at all, but he goes, "I translated them. I'm the foremost expert on this." And to me, either Jesus was feeding people hallucinogens and getting them closer to a God experience and telling people, "You are a son of God. We're all a son of God."
And I've read like other religions as well. That
hallucinogenic rituals.
Yeah.
They all did.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do one about that.
Hallucinogenic ritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not.
Oh. It's illegal. Of course.
I'm saying we'll do a podcast on that.
Rituals.
Maybe we'll do a podcast on that in the future.
Yeah. But like I said, back to that. And I think everyone, I am the Son of God.
Right.
Which they take it to a literal point where he is he is the Messiah, he is the Son, the Father. And to me, I don't think that was the message. I think it was, we're all Son of God. And like I said, love and understanding is going to move us forward. The greed and the hate is all, and that's what is this constant thing. And that's what I'm saying, no matter how you feel about Obama or Trump or Bush, or if we could come together and kind of, and I'm not saying let them carte blanche and let them fuck you up the ass in the system, using the system. God, no. But we have to be willing to meet in that middle ground. And until we do that, we're just going to keep playing tug of war. We're going to keep swinging the pendulum, because all the progress that Obama made with healthcare and all that, Trump came in and got rid of it all.
It happens so, and we're using the latest transition of power, but that happens you can go back
all the time.
Yeah, you can go back president after president,
Bush 2 from Clinton to Bush 1 to Bush 1 to Reagan. Yeah. They're just keep pulling, because that's what their team wants to hear.
Right.
And that's what their team, "Oh, you didn't like what he did, so I'm going to take it completely away." Instead of maybe we amend it a little bit, tweak it a little bit, and maybe we can make it work for 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And that's the thing, too, with presidents. People want to see progress done and problems solved in 4 fucking years.
I know.
4 years ain't shit.
No, it's not enough. But
it's a blink in the eye, and you're talking about the existence of people, and people want every problem that's ever existed or will exist in U.S. fixed.
Solved in 4 years.
4 to 8 years.
If you're lucky, yeah.
What?
If you're lucky.
Oh, what?
Insanity.
If you fucking believe that, then you're retarded. And not like he drives the short bus retarded. Like, you're mentally warped so far that you can't understand the concept of reality. you might as well be fucking walking around, talking to imaginary friends, because that's how crazy and unhinged you have to be to think all of these problems can be solved before you, while the people in power are bickering amongst themselves as well. And then when they start bickering, the millions of people in the masses bicker among it. And then millions around the world. So you get them bickering, and you think shit's gonna get solved?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right now, the United States of America is Sisyphus. And if our viewers don't know who Sisyphus is, read a damn book.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at.
Yeah.
We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down,
Yeah.
we go up, and we never get over
Sisyphus
mountain.
pushing the boulder?
That's Sisyphus pushing the boulder. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Not when you take penicillin to clear up.
Yes.
That's a totally different thing. Don't go to the doctor and tell me you have Sisyphus. Hey, doc,
You got boulder dick? All
I
right,
got
sir.
Sisyphus.
But yeah, pushing a boulder up a hill for all eternity.
That's the United States of America right now. That's where we're at.
Yeah, listen, I'm not a fucking scholar, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, we need to let the people, and my thing is with presidents too, this is a little, like, we're getting into the realm of, like, celebrity now, right, getting it right?
Yeah.
But it's always lawyers and businessmen, like we can't get a fucking scientist in there. We can't get an economist in there. We can't get these lawyers. You know what I mean? And lawyers are shysters and liars and salesmen.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of the fucking salesmen. Like, everyone's like, Kanye 2020 or Oprah 2020. Fuck Oprah. She's not going to solve our problems. We need a fucking scientist. We need somebody.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, 2020.
Maybe. He's a little bit of a celebrity, though. I would like somebody a little
yeah.
less biased than him. Because him and his
biased,
NASA love.
huh?
Yeah, him and his NASA love. Because he says stuff to me that's a little inconsistent. We'll get into that at a different time. I mean, no, we'll get into it now. No. He says the Earth is shaped like a fucking pear. Oblong. Right? He's saying it's a pear-shaped Earth. And I've yet to see a fucking picture from NASA saying that. He claims that that's exactly how it's supposed to look.
I've never heard him say that.
What? I sent you the
heard.
video. You can Google pear-shaped Earth, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No way. I'm going to Google that.
100%.
We're going to talk about this next podcast for sure.
Dude,
for
I'll
sure.
fucking-
He's bringing it up right now.
Bring it up right now. He
there's nothing-
says it's oblong. He's like, it should be shaped like a pear.
Because there's nothing fake on the internet.
No, it's him during a summit. He's talking about it. I'm just saying, listen, all I'm saying is, Neil deGrasse Tyson might not be the best. Him and Bill Nye the Science Guy might not be the best guys. I'm saying like a real science, like someone who's in the field right now. And that's the thing too, though. But even you're talking about my team versus their team. I like to read up on science, and that's the thing about science too. Guys get caught in this
For sure.
loop of
Absolutely.
our team is right and team
Yes.
is wrong, and guys will present opposing views,
Yes.
and then they don't want to fucking hear it, and that gets buried. And then, what's the great quote that the rules of the world don't change. The people who made them die, and then the new school comes in and fixes it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a problem. And that's where we are with politics, and that's where we are with religion, and that's where we are with
Education.
everything. You know?
Get me started on education. We'll be here another hour.
Yeah.
We'll be here another hour if we get started on education. All right. Well, we got stuff out of this conversation for next conversation.
Look at, boom, I put in pear-shaped Earth. Look at,
Yeah.
yeah.
We can't play that right now because we're gonna YouTube will yank us right off.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. It gets wider in the middle, and so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it
Chubby.
does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere; it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it.
Oblate
But
spheroid.
Yeah.
It's not pear-shaped.
It's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator. A little chubbier. A little chubbier. Yeah. Chubby's a good word. It's like pear-shaped.
No.
Oh!
Pear-shaped.
No.
Pear-shaped. Pear-shaped.
You gotta hear the whole thing. That's what you call a
No, but if you watch
that's what you call
NASA's,
a metaphor.
but if you listen, he says it's chubbier. He just said
Metaphor.
pear-shaped Earth. You said he didn't say it. I'm saying the dude said
I'm
it.
saying he's not saying it's a pear. It's actually a pear.
Pear Earth, globe Earth, flat Earth,
Pyramid Earth.
pyramid
It's
Earth.
a pyramid Earth. It's a heart-shaped Earth.
I had to throw you on
It's a heart-shaped Earth.
I had to throw you a
Nothing but
little
love.
bit. I had to throw some
Because he knows
trolls
I'm
in
a
there.
Neil deGrasse Tyson fan. So
Yeah.
I think
No,
that's
I do like Neil deGrasse Tyson though. He's very charismatic and he is a very brilliant,
intelligent
yeah,
dude, yeah.
super smart guy. But who's the guy you like, the Asian dude?
Oh, Keiko.
Keiko.
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
can't he run for president?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Might be able to.
Do you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like we want these great speakers.
Listen to him lecture on
yeah, and
listen to him
he's a good
lecture
speaker.
on the existence of a deity. Because a lot of physicists are atheists.
Yes.
You listen to him lecture on not really religion, just like spirituality and a deity.
Yeah.
Like he's really
Well, he's what do they call that? Agnostic, where
fluent.
yeah, but he's agnostic, where
Right.
he's not exactly sure.
Right.
What,
he doesn't
if there's
say I'm a
the
Christian.
God,
I'm this,
right.
I'm this. He's
But
like,
there's something.
There's something.
There's a spiritual
Yeah.
force that
That's
has
guiding
created
the
and
universe
driving.
or-
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I've listened to a few of his lectures on that, and he's really good with it.
But we're still in this fucking thing where like, oh well, he's not a Protestant,
Yeah.
so we can't vote for him. Like that's where like it's so crazy because people want change, but people will not change. Be the change you want to see in yourself. Like if you
Such a
want
good
new,
quote.
if you want new, you gotta start thinking new, and that's where it's crazy because it is, and the new way of thinking would be love and understanding because
Yeah.
we've been hating each other forever,
Yep.
you know. So just throw some fucking love, man. Because we're all the same. We're all consciousness bumping into each other, trying to fucking figure it out.
Bumping uglies.
You're bumping uglies at times.
Yeah.
Sometimes just bumping into each other. And some people are just floating through, doing their thing, and they have no contact and they have no love. And you wanna see what hell is. Hell's not some fucking place you go when you die because you ate meat on Friday during Lent. It's a place that lives and exists here today. It's people living with depression because they have no friends or family. There's that kid who shot up and thought killing kids, and that's the thing where, like, I go back to the school shooters, everybody wants to condemn this kid as a monster and evil, but he wasn't born that way.
No, there was something that pushed him.
Right. So
Yeah.
if there was a little more love and understanding, we can avoid these catastrophes. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes people are just they're mentally not proper, and that's an issue too. But the absence of love that's hell. You know, there's a place Liberia is hell on earth. People are living in garbage and you know, AIDS is like, I believe it's 9 out of like 10 people will conduct or contract AIDS, and that something like 4 to 5 women are raped in their lifetime. Like that's hell on earth, and that's the absence of love and understanding.
Mm-hmm. That's where all the warlords are, right?
Yeah,
where
Liberia,
they
in Africa.
I control
Liberia,
this block, you control this block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they have,
Liberia, they have like a certain
9-year-old
town.
kids out there killing.
But there's
people
a
and
certain
shit.
town that they say that 4 out of 5 women are raped.
That's crazy.
In their lifetime.
Crazy.
Because there's no law and order, and that's the thing too, where that place fucking exists. People, it's real. You can Google it. You can learn about it. It is a terrible fucking place that people are growing up, kids are living and dying in, and we're complaining about Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Because he had sex with a porn star. Like,
Training lattes. And,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we complain about trivial things.
Trivial
for
things,
sure. Yeah,
trivial things.
absolutely.
And hell is real, man. It's here now.
Yeah.
It's in all over the place. So a little bit of love, man, I think will go a long way. And like I said, it's not some fucking kumbaya shit where we gotta fucking love is not. Hey, I do whatever you
You
want.
must
Shit
have
on
got laid
me.
before you came here. Did you get laid before you came here? Like you're like, I'm gonna go do a podcast, so I'm gonna get laid before I go
Right.
do it. So I
But
can
no, but it is. It's a little bit like it's just crazy to me. I don't know.
I've come on here and rage
I've
about
grown.
something, and you're
No,
making
I've
me
grown.
love things.
I've grown, and like I said, but love is being fair, and love isn't this fucking thing that Hollywood made up to sell us fucking chocolates and rom-coms. You know what I mean? It's just being able to look someone in the face and be honest with them and be real with them. And that's love. That's true love. And if you need to be checked, check them. But to be jealous and be cruel, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's the whole thing. This fucking red versus blue shit, black versus white shit. The only fucking lines you get to draw are sports teams, you know? And once the football season's over,
Go Birds.
Go Birds. But you know what, honestly, the Eagles winning a Super Bowl has changed me a lot. Because that was something I held on to. I was bitter about that because I just wanted my team to win so fucking bad. And now that they won, it's nice, but, you know, life goes on.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ride this for another couple weeks, but in the end, you got to fucking lace up your fucking cleats week 1 and go back at it again.
Yep.
So
I'm going to end with this. I
Yes.
want to end with this. I want to say that, because we talked about it a little bit earlier, and we said about having conversations and discussions on things and not just drawing lines in the sand. That was one of the major changes I made over the last year and a half to 2 years to my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other one is, prior to that, you know, I was always, and I think like most people are, how does everything in the universe affect me? What have you done for me? What have you done for me? What have you done for me? Like, how does this affect me? How does this? Blah, blah, blah. And when I changed my way of thinking close to 2 years ago to say, how does all of my actions affect everybody else around me?
that's love.
And I've been way happier person.
That's love. That's love.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm a nicer person.
No.
Because I can still be a
Right.
prick when I
We
wanna
all
be
will
a
have
prick.
that. We're all gonna have
But
that.
you know, how does me not teaching the best possible class affect all of these children? How does me not teaching this move correctly affect all of these women? How does how does me not being in a good mood on the mat and beating the shit out of this white belt affect their life at home?
Right.
You know what I mean? How does me flipping off the old lady who cut me off at the stop sign? So when I started going, how does every action I make affect somebody else? Like, my world got better.
Yeah.
Karma acted more favorably upon me.
It's momentum. It's
So
everything
that's
in
what I
life.
want everybody to just do is think
Everything in life is momentum.
that way.
And if it's positive momentum, it will breed positivity. If it's negative momentum, it's going to breed negativity. And you might get away with it for a little bit. And if you're positive all the time, negative things are still going to come. And if you're a shitbag, good things might still happen to you. But the thing is, like you said, the big thing is that I've taken away and changed is I'm entitled to my feelings and be upset and be miserable and be depressed or whatever it is, but I do not have a right to
Put it on you.
put it on someone else.
Yeah.
And that's where, like I said, we're all dealing with something, and instead of dealing with it, we're projecting it onto other people and hating them. So, like I said, the people who hate Trump or hate Obama or hate this person, hate this person,
Muslims, hate
it's
black,
a
hate
lot of what you see in yourself. It's the mirror, you know, because the finger you point, there's 4 other fingers, 5 maybe, depending if you're broken, 3, pointing right back at you, you know. Well, I go like this, so that's 4 pointing at me, bud. I go like this. Maybe I go like this, double barrels.
I've never got that saying before because I've done it and I've gone the thumb points that way.
I go like this.
Back.
That's why.
So,
That's proper. Like this.
if you're pointing at somebody, 3 fingers are pointing back.
3 back. But you get the point.
You get the gist.
But it is, man. I mean, what you said, like, oh, how would you get like? No, man. But I have a child now. That's a huge change, you know. And my brother passed away this year, so.
Yeah, it changes you.
And that's a change that.
Yeah.
And that was tough because I've dealt with those emotions and I've caught myself dumping them on other people. But that's not, especially when you have a baby now.
Watch you don't knock that over, and I have to filter this again.
But my baby, that's the thing about my baby. Like, if I'm having a crappy day, I gotta suck it up and I gotta put my best face forward and my best foot forward because I want him to be happy. You know, if I'm miserable and I'm projecting it on him and her and him and her, that's only gonna be the cycle. He's going. That's all he's gonna know, and that's why. And people don't realize that. They go, "Oh, my kid's got ADHD." No, he's probably learned some really shitty habits from you. You know, and nobody wants to hear that. You know, nobody wants to hear. The biggest thing is my fault. Nobody wants to say my bad. You know, personal accountability is another one too, and that's love. Being able to look at yourself and be honest and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of a shitbag right now. I'm acting like a shitbag. But you want to say, yeah, I'm acting like a shitbag, but. So.
But. It's always a but.
So, yeah, man. This was a good one. This was a good. We didn't have. We had nothing planned today.
We came in by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
A little bit of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we got into something real. I don't know. And this is kind of what I was hoping for eventually with this podcast. I mean, I don't want to fucking bore you guys with, you know, talk like this all the time, but you know, this is some things that,
Yeah.
you know,
We
if
can bring
one
back
person...
dick and fart jokes
yeah,
next week.
oh, for sure. But if one person takes this and goes, you know what, man, yeah, I didn't think about it that way, or, you know, they do think about that way, but they kind of forgot that way, because that's another thing, too. You know, life is a never-ending journey of forgetting and remembering. And, you know, you're going to forget the things you were taught that you should know.
Yeah.
And then
That happens
you're
all the time in my jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Where I go, why don't I
Jiu-jitsu is
do
life.
that anymore? It just happened to me like recently, where I did a submission that I haven't done in probably years, and I went,
I should do that.
why don't I do that anymore?
Yeah. It's the same thing when you do something nice for someone. You go, man, that felt good. Like, I should probably do that more. Like, you know, because I think that's going to spur on some good things, you know? So, yeah, man, I agree. I love it.
Good deal.
Good stuff.
Let's get out
Love,
of here.
man.